guys, today I'm cooking like Medea, and let me apologize in advance. I'm gonna act like the neighbor on that TV show where they showed up to his neck. I don't have absolutely any makeup. um, but I wanted to come on here really quickly and show how to make smothered potatoes and onions. And so whatever your favorite potato is, or whatever potato is in your possession, and I have some red potatoes here, and so these are what I'm going to use today. Rinsing them off in cold water. I also scrub my potatoes. That's just me. When you've been in the country and you know where your vegetables come from, you kind of tend to do a little extra. I don't soak them in vinegar, but I do give them a good scrub. Cold water. After I get all of these taken care of, I am going to cut my potatoes. You know, I'm a little different. I have all kinds of gadgets and things. And so we're going to talk about that as well. Let's get them cut. Different angles and things. So, I have some potatoes. I also have a slicer. And it's on the thick measurement. And so I'm going to cut these. Okay. Don't be like me and some of my friends who never use the guard. Please use the guard. Especially if you're not good with potatoes or cutting. If you're good with it, have at it. If you're not though, this is the thing to use. Why? Because it'll slice your hand off if you don't. Some people like to peel those potatoes. I don't. I like the skin of the potato on mine. You can peel it. Again, a lot of what I do is based on your preference. It's not based on a requirement. And so, yeah, cutting my potatoes. And there's the last one. So I'm just going to keep doing this. I've also gotten some new pots and pans. And it made me realize that because these were special, I read through all of the instructions and things. I don't think I've ever read through instructions on pans and pots and things. So I was having some conversations with my people. And yeah, I figured out we've probably been abusing pans all our lives. So one of the key things that I saw was that we should not put hot pans, immerse them in water, hot pots. How many of you guys have done that? I know I have. Can't do that. Gotta let it cool off and then clean it. I've read that using these citrusy dishwashing detergents is not good for them. Putting bleach on your pans, especially if they're stainless steel, is not good. Why? It tarnishes them, turns them colors. I was like, oh my God, I have been so abusive to my cookware. And so it made me want to just stop and talk about that. It said that I should not have my heat on high unless I'm searing or frying or boiling. Now, I'm not one to have it on high much, but it certainly has made me look at the temperature a whole lot more. It's a pretty perfect potato. And you want to try to get your potatoes as even as possible because it helps with the cooking process. Have you ever? I used to play that game with liquid. Have you ever tasted something and one piece was fine and another piece was too done and another piece wasn't done enough and another piece was burnt? It's usually based off of if your items are all the same size. Size matters. Size matters. So I want to make sure that all of my things are about the same size. Now I'm not really digging on this one, so I don't want to use her. But, so we have this. Here's the next piece that a lot of people don't know. I soak my potatoes in cold water. Most of the time, cold water and salt. I want to get as much of the starch off of the potatoes as possible. So I'm just going to put this in some foil. Okay. So while these were soaking, I cut up my onions as well. Because I want my onions to do the same thing. I want them to cook evenly. So we can see starch rolling out of there. Just like with your rice. You having issues with your rice? Make sure you're rinsing your rice, guys. It does make a difference. Now, paying homage again to my bonus dad. He would cut these up the night before. And put them in water. And put his salt and pepper on them. And put them in the refrigerator. So that when we got ready to eat them the next morning, they were good and fresh. Yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. So, again, my staples. Salt, pepper, a little garlic powder, not a lot. And, of course, onion powder. And you want to make sure that all of these are covered. So I already have stuff ready for us so that we can make some ooey gooey potatoes. So I know the world is shocked. I didn't use my cast iron today. I'm using my stainless steel. I've already had it on. So the thing about stainless steel is you want to make sure that your actual pan gets hot. That's important. Stainless steel is good at maintaining heat. So I have mine on about a 4, right? I want to get a good sear on my potatoes. Not too much, but enough. And remember, we start on the far side in case oil is popping. I'm using peanut oil. And I'm just going to color. people like to keep them where there is no sear. They don't want any browning on them. Again, it's up to you. Whatever it is that you want. I like a little sear. That's me. So we're going to sear those. When we get a nice sear on them, I'm going to add my sliced onions to them, because we all know that onions don't take as long as potatoes will. And if you've ever seen smothered potatoes and someone's onions are scorched, that's why. Put their onions in too soon. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay. Potatoes are doing nicely. Not a lot of browning, just a little bit. More with the pan is doing nicely. I'm going to add my onions. Now, smothered potatoes. When you think of smothered anything, you know it's going to be in some form of liquid. We actually smother potatoes with simply water. Now my water happens to be a little seasoned, but it's still just water. Water, some butter, and we cover the potatoes up. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, and we're going to let it do its magic. When we come back, you'll see the finished product. Now, of course, you could always add garlic. You could add peppers. Some people even add smoked sausage. They are good if they are reheated. They are pretty decent with some cheese on top. You have options. Let's see. Stainless steel, that's hot. I'm gonna flip the potatoes. For those of you wondering, is it sticking? It is not. I am following the instructions. And you know that they're doing good because it's making a little, I want to say, a sauce at the bottom. Now, don't ask me about measurements, because y'all saw that I didn't do any measuring for that. About a half a stick of butter. I used a half an onion, and I used, what was that? About 5 or 6 small red potatoes. That's what I did. They're pretty much done. A little bit more, but you get the gist. The potatoes are cooking all the way through. If you find that your potatoes are not done enough, what do you suppose you do? You said add more water. It's pretty accurate. That's all. And then you cover them up again and you let them finish. Alrighty. I wish you could smell it, guys. Doing what it's supposed to do. They have smothered. smothered. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, that looks so good. Let me come back with some plating for you. So I just did me a couple of sausages. This could be breakfast or dinner, actually. Now, like I said, you can always warm it up. Sometimes I make enough potatoes for a few days if I just want to make sure I have something hot to eat for breakfast. Look at that. All finished. Y'all know what it is. It's cooking like Medea.